All right, let's get into this, guys. It looks like InternetAjay is done. I have no. I was trying to be like internet finished. I got nothing. But anyway, he's done, man. He said the rise and fall of InternetAjay. Why I'm quitting YouTube. I could have swore he made a video like this before. I guess I'm wrong, but he's quitting YouTube. And you know, I wonder if that is the right decision to make. I wonder because some of his more recent videos aren't doing super well. You know, it's only got 30K, but these are still good numbers. This is still 35K, 28K, 50K. I feel like he could have kind of kept it going. You know, for the type of content that he's making, the Sunny V2S content, it doesn't seem to be super. You don't necessarily have to be like super researchy. A lot of times you'll watch someone else's video about a particular topic and break it down yourself. And I think it could have been fine, but I think that he lost the passion for it. That's probably what it is. So I guess this is our farewell InternetAjay. I haven't watched him in a while. Let's see what we got though.
Ladies and gentlemen, T-Series here. The Taj Mahal here. Dr. K from Healthy Gamer GG here. Hello males and females. Russell Peters here, the owner of the Taj Mahal. Dalsum from Street Fighter here. Apu from The Simpsons here. Raj from The Big Bang Theory here. Mowgli from The Jungle Book here. Your Indian Uber driver here. You know, the one whose car you threw up in last weekend and didn't tip. Thanks for the 1-star review, by the way. Hello ladies and gentlemen, InternetAjay here.
Which one is the real InternetAjay? What's happening?
And well, this is likely my final video on YouTube. Incredible. I've had a great ride over the past few years, but for me it's time to move on. For those of you who don't know, I've been working full-time 80 hours a week as an investment banker in New York City ever since COVID.
Is that real? There's no way he was working 80 hours a week and still did this.
I actually founded my channel since I had more free time because I was allowed to work from home. Oh,
okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Honestly just made videos for fun and never thought they would take off, but I got lucky. YouTube was always a hobby for me and I never intended to pursue it full-time. Ever since last year, though, making weekly videos became too demanding with my job.
There's no way he was working 80 hours a week at the same time as doing content. I just don't believe that. I mean, I believe that he has less time now and that he can't devote it to this, but there's
Tom C super chatted $1.99. Okay. He's doing magic again, making his channel disappear.
I guess so, sure, yeah.
So I'm sorry to say I'm retiring from my channel. And what better way to retire?
Especially since he's pretty active on like Twitter and stuff too, but
than to make a rise and fall of myself that's not an April Fool's joke.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
I would cry, but as you guys know, I'm devoid of human emotion. This is the rise and fall of InternetAjay. Now, it wouldn't be an authentic InternetAjay video without a word from a sponsor. In this case, it's Opera GX. Opera GX is on a mission to get people.
Bro, how are you gonna get an ad in your last video ever? Wow, incredible stuff.
To break up with their boring browsers and have fun while doing it. The message is simple, Opera GX is not for everyone. But if you game, it's time to switch over. Opera GX offers you a lot of customization, and with the GX mods feature, you can now find ways to flip your entire browser 180 with one click and change pretty much anything you want.
Why? Like, why would I need that? Frankly, like, I'm just looking for porn, you know? Like, what do I need to do? Like, have you hear the doom sound in the background? Like,
for one, you can create browser sounds like opening a new tab, background music, writing on the keyboard, and turn features on and off. Second, there's shaders that change your entire screen like cyberpsychosis or a cracked screen.
Wow, that looks bad.
Third, they offer cool wallpapers and themes. And fourth,
all right, enough opera. You're just trying to be cool.
A lot of browsers hog your PC's resources, but that's not the case with Opera GX. It's great to enhance performance on your PC when gaming with your browser open and to get rid of lag performance. Opera GX, major benefit of Opera GX plays. Download a YouTuber who created his my link below.
Jesus.
Now back to the shitty video you came to watch.
Yeah, get that bag, I guess. True, that's a good point.
InternetAjay is a C-tier rise and fall YouTuber who created his channel on May 13, 2020. His first video explored the story of Lonely Girl 15. In it, the semi-obese brown man discussed how an actress fooled the world into thinking she was a vlogger. You can see a Jay.
Well, I mean, what does it really take to be a vlogger? Just gotta have a vlog and a. That's it, right? Professional vloggers, of course, different.
It was a new YouTuber by his basic setup and nervous.
Yeah, he got more views on this video. Obviously, he would do the ad. It was just like funny.
Stare at the camera. However, his first ever video did well, amassing around 10,000 views in a few weeks, which was impressive. Currently, it has nearly 500,000 views, making InternetAjay look far more successful than he actually was starting out. Unfortunately for the public, the minor success motivated him to keep making content. But he wouldn't see major growth until he covered perhaps the most interesting online personality of all time.
Papa Gut, you know.
Ice Poseidon. You see, Ice Poseidon was a Twitch streamer who was infamously banned from the platform after being swatted on a plane back in April 2017. His community was toxic, egged him on, and he leaned into it. He also had a group of so-called Andys who leached off his success. There was Asian Andy, Mexican Andy, and this train wreck of a human being. Surprisingly, no one else really
was that like a regular Andy?
Covered Ice's drastic fall in a video. So when InternetAjay released his mini documentary on him on August 20th, 2020, it brought a lot of attention to his channel. Striking while the iron was hot, Indian Andy, InternetAjay, made videos about Ice's inner circle, aka the CX network. And while his thumbnails were like sulfuric acid straight to the retina, they featured grotesque images of the subject.
Jaden Reese super chatted $1.99. Bing bong love ya papa.
Very poggers, thank you so much.
His videos with characteristic red eyes. The combination of visuals and informative content led to InternetAjay generating several hundred thousand.
Wow, age restricted, age 3 video. Jesus. Bro, why didn't you just stick with those types of thumbnails, though? That was like your thing. What the frick, you know?
Of views per video. After covering most of the CX network, Ajay switched to the rise and fall of popular YouTube.
Hey, wife.
First there was FouseyTube, then came Vitaly.
Yeah.
Interestingly, a massive amount of people wondered what happened to the very prank channels that embodied the early 2010s on the platform and tuned in to watch.
I think people justifiably bullied them off the internet, right?
By this point, InternetAjay cemented himself as one of the go-to YouTubers for rise and fall content. Mind you, these types of videos were very trendy throughout 2020 and 2021.
Well, everything was trendy through 2022 and 2021. Right? Because, right? Like, we knew that because there was COVID. Everybody was home. Everybody was consuming stuff. That's how everybody blew. That's how I blew up. I wouldn't have become anything if it wasn't for, like, COVID. And not that I don't want COVID. I don't like it. I wish it never happened. All right, guys, relax. But, like, yeah, that's how a lot of people took their start off, and they had, like, huge success. And then you kind of just, like, paddle backwards, and you hit, like, your, you know, it's like going up a roller coaster, and then you just hope that you land higher up than you started, right? And that's it. And it is what it is. And I think that, you know, you really have to have good markers on how you gauge success. Because if you don't, you'll be very mentally frustrated. So
While people initially came for the content, they stayed for Ajay's uniqueness. His eyebrows moved up and down like he was a brown Ethan Klein. He made an uncomfortable amount of Indian jokes and straight-faced even the most serious of topics.
These are all the things I didn't like about you. No, I'm just kidding.
He was even memed once for comparing pedo allegations to the game Among Us.
Yes.
Picked up on how
This
odd the
was
video
my favorite.
It was
Among Us.
truly more sus than a character from Among Us.
Among
First
Us.
off, he was accused of sexually abusing and grooming minors. Beyond that, his videos weren't 4 hours long like many others in his genre. They were usually
Should have called somebody out with that. You should have, like, called out somebody that had long video. Like, you should have just, like, called out TRO. I think like a middle finger, like, fuck you, TRO.
10 to 15 minutes long
I
and
like
provided the
TRO,
basics of the story without an overabundance of detail. Notably, he liked to end each video on a positive note and always provided suggestions on how to improve.
Oh yeah, those were always like so weird.
Ajay wanted to give a little bit of hope instead of only focusing on the worst aspects of the fall. This was a nice touch as Ajay's kindness balanced out his intense ugliness, making the videos possible to watch all the way through, which by the way helped the click-through rate. By the summer of 2021, InternetAjay was on fire. He strategically posted videos about creators just a few days or a week after they were trending for various dramas.
Yeah.
This brought on even more people who wanted to know what happened without doing a large amount of research themselves.
Yeah.
By mid
He's to me. That's why I react to Jay videos. Fucking base stuff, guys.
May 2021, he had gained over 100,000 subscribers in less than a year. InternetAjay then doubled to 200,000 subscribers 6 months later. He branched out to
Nice.
commentary videos and wasn't afraid to make downfalls of powerful figures like Keemstar. Ajay was living the high life. He collaborated with Sunny V2, Wavy Websurf, The Right Opinion, Jay Aubrey, Mudahar, Diesel Patches, Justin Wing, Nexpo, and even Michael McCrudden. Everything seemed to be going well. However, it was difficult to avoid drama as a commentary YouTuber. You see, InternetAjay created his own e-dating Twitch show with co-host Big Mac as a fun experiment in the summer of 2021 called The Love Guru. It was a bit cringy and gained some unwanted attention. A YouTuber named Turkey Tom called
I don't think that anybody like actually thought that it was stupid. It was just like a dumb little cringe thing. I think that this is one of the things about getting canceled is that, like, I think that Ajay, like, I think Turkey Tom canceled Ajay, but not really. I think what happened is that Ajay, and it happens to content creators, right, but got like a little self-conscious and got criticized by Turkey Tom and took some of the criticisms too seriously.
Okay.
You know, especially since apparently Turkey Tom got called out for some bullshit back in the day too, which is fine. Like, whatever, everybody moves on. Like, I'm not even. My point is that you have to take these things a little more lightly. And then he kind of started changing the way that he would do some of his content. Remember, he had this the phase where he was doing a little too much copying of Sunny V2, and even some of these, I believe, were thumbnails that weren't normally his. And he did that, and he just lost some of his confidence, I think, is really what happened. So
called him out for it on his second channel, Tom Dark. Tom had a long history of using the N-word and was exposed by D'Angelo Wallace in a video.
Whoa, he's throwing the shade, am I right?
Pointed out videos in which Tom had been documented saying stuff like burn the
Gee, what the fuck? Okay, hey Tom, relax, brother. You gotta relax with that.
publicly. My new name is going to be Niggers. I hate niggers. Oh well, I'll eventually call someone a nigger too many times, or I'll bully someone enough. I doubt you'll hate me. Niggers don't talk, they just say chicken.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but apparently I am, because I'm shocked. Shooketh. I mean, listen, I've been an edgy guy too, and back in the day, I'd play video games with my friends, and we'd say some wild shit to each other, and I'm not proud of that. But on Twitter, that's fucking crazy. That's wild, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. We got That's fucking crazy, dude. Oh my god. Dude, why would you do that, dude? That's too edgy. But okay. Wow.
I don't know. Probably if the entire video is just going. Yeah, I didn't think you guys were live. I looked at Augie's channel and I was like, oh, he's not.
Kill yourself, Nick. Ouch, talk about toxic.
Damn. Jay, you know, not for nothing, but it's kind of pussy of you to do this now instead of 6 months ago. Like, what? Why would, you know, when Turkey Tom came after you, why did you wait like a year or something?
After InternetAjay brought this history up on Twitter, Tom developed a personal vendetta against him. So he made multiple videos trying to egg.
Oh, he did? Wait, really?
InternetAjay brought this history up on Twitter. Tom developed a
Oh, you brought up on Twitter?
Personal vendetta against him.
Was that really what happened? I thought it was more that like he started calling you cringe and then you got upset. I don't remember any of this. What are you talking about? Where's your listen. Not for nothing. You know, internet. I'm not a huge fan of internet blood sports all the time, but bro, where's the rise and fall of Turkey Tom? I mean, not for nothing, you know, with all the information you could have done something with. And like, listen, I'm not personally a big fan of drama, but bro, you're gonna come out here with this. Oh, I'm leaving the internet. By the way, fuck you, Turkey Tom. But now, like, it doesn't mean anything. You've already walked away. It's like it's almost cowardly. You should have made a rise and fall of Turkey Tom. You should have put his face on like a thing where with a filter, like a bad one, like this. You know what I mean? Why didn't you do that as a response? Why do you wait until now that you're leaving? It just comes off as a little bit of a silly goosery. But
so he made multiple videos. After
the word incel has lost all its meaning. Much like the N-word, I believe I can be reclaimed for our oppressors. Incredible stuff.
InternetAjay brought this history up on Twitter. Tom,
I do not look like Leafy. I'm taller than him, and I have a jawline, and I have superior South Slavic genes in self-defense. In a self-defense situation, things would be rough for the man. I'm awesome. Okay.
Tom developed a personal vendetta against him. So he made multiple videos.
I'm sure he will make a 7th video on me after this.
Was trying to egg Ajay on. However, Ajay wasn't nearly as obsessed with Tom as Tom was with him and just ignored him.
No, you didn't. You fucking, like, apologized on Twitter. Stop, dude. No, Ajay, you're ruining your own goodbye. You're ruining it, Ajay. You were supposed to be the chosen one. What are you talking about? No, you didn't. You got upset like instantly. You were like, "Oh, I'm sorry for all these things." And then people made fun of you for bad crypto investments, and you fucking cried yourself to sleep and talked about how you're gonna change. And then you changed your thumb, bro. You're not the stoic that you're trying to rewrite history, bro. Come on.
Hurt by never getting Ajay's approval like a 15-year-old schoolgirl, Tom continued to complain but just looked like a baby. And
I don't know, man. I don't think that's what ended up happening. I'm not even a fan of Turkey Tom, but you made yourself look like a silly goose.
Well, Ajay made even more videos and even reached the 344,000 subscriber mark.
Okay.
Unfortunately, though, by late 2022, the consistent weekly videos along with the demands of an intense full-time job became too much.
Yeah.
InternetAjay looked more tired in each video and the quality started dipping. After 100 rise and fall videos, it was nearly impossible for him to maintain the same consistency as before. InternetAjay was now averaging around 120,000 views a video, which was lower than normal.
Okay.
But still good. Interestingly, though, by this time, many other YouTubers began posting rise and fall videos.
It became a trend.
Genre became oversaturated, and Ajay's casual style was no longer fresh or captivating. It was just easier to watch another YouTuber who made more intense edits rather than...
I feel like Ajay's, and maybe I'm picking up his energy incorrectly, but they almost get the energy that Ajay's like, oh, I was like one of the first rise and fall YouTubers. Everybody copied me, and then I fell off. But I feel like that's not the case. Like he was just here. What I feel like, generally speaking, is there is the way that content tends to work is there are particular popular topics that people really enjoy and want to consume a lot. And then there's like your primary content creator who makes a particular video on that topic. And then they'll want to start watching other people on that topic because they want to consistently consume the same thing over and over again. Right, so if we all found out Santa Claus was real, you're going to go to your favorite source of information to hear their opinion on Santa Claus being real. But then you're just going to keep watching Santa Claus's real content until, you know, that becomes uneventful or uninteresting. And Ajay was one of those, like, guys you'd go to third or fourth, you know. And I would go to Ajay first because I liked Ajay, okay? He's an older guy. He's about 30, me too. And he had the quick video so I could make it, you know, do a quick reaction. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, it's pretty decent. Yo, shut the fuck up, Windows, piece of shit. Anyway, I don't know, man. This whole thing, you should have made the rise and fall of Turkey Tom more quickly.
than the same repetitive
You might have been able to end his career. Instead, you took his words were so personally and got upset.
content InternetAjay made. You see, the internet moves fast, and the average YouTuber's career lasts 2 to 3 years if they're lucky.
Maybe,
and while the internet seemed to outgrow InternetAjay, his views further dipped down to 20 to 30,000 per video. Instead of adapting with the times, though, Ajay refused to change. He was busy with his job and finally realized it was time to step down. His creativity was low and his interest was fleeting. This led to InternetAjay lazily borrowing video ideas from other creators like Patrick CC.
Well, everybody does that, though, no?
As a result, Ajay lost subscribers. InternetAjay's
I don't think that's what happened. I don't think that Ajay lost subscribers because he started borrowing ideas from other content creators like Sunny V2 or Patrick CC. I think what really happened is that Ajay got upset when he got called out by Turkey Tom for doing that, and instead of being and then changed his thumbnails or whatever to like emulate it, like it's some weird meltdown. Instead of just keep making it. Who cares? Like people, like who cares if you get similar content ideas from other people? Like why? Like there's some very weird internet rules, and that's one of them. Like, oh, you can't get the same content. Who fucking cares? Especially like I'm in commentary, so like everybody just wants to hear 8 different people talk about the same thing. Whatever. I'll be one of them. You know what I mean? What are you talking about?
channel was ironically declining as a rise and fall channel himself. Honestly, it was clear YouTube became a stressful job for him rather than a fun hobby. So instead of making 5 Andrew Tate videos like everyone else, Ajay decided to bow out.
Why don't you just make one? Oh, you made 2.
He did make 2 though. By early 2023, Ajay stopped posting weekly videos altogether and only uploaded erratically. He announced his intention to retire from the internet, and this is likely his last video. Ultimately, Ajay made digestible rise and fall content that simply ran its course. His channel remains a relic of the early rise and fall days on YouTube.
The early rise and fall. Is Jay really part of the early rise and fall days, bro? I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
He refused to evolve with the times as he focused more on his full-time job rather than his channel. This led to low-effort, recyclable content that pushed viewers away. And that's how InternetAjay met his downfall. You
could have hired a researcher with how well you were doing to you just had to narrate the video you wanted to.
On a serious note, I had a really fun ride on YouTube. I greatly appreciate all the fans, friends, and people I've met over the years. Thank you guys for everything. Being a YouTuber was a dream. Oh god, I'm so emotional right now. I couldn't have made it this far without you guys.
Is he really crying? Because if that's how he cries, it's very bizarre.
I never thought in a million years I would take off, so thanks for helping me become a YouTuber. As an investment banker, I never imagined a reality where I could have a hobby that wasn't related to my job. I thought I was only good for finance content, but tried commentary anyways and was surprised I could do more than one thing. It was really cool to know that I didn't fit in a box. Finance.
This guy holds his hands weird. You know? Very interesting. His fingers on. It's very methodical, too. Very interesting, Jay. Good stuff.
Content, but tried commentary anyways and was surprised I could do more than one thing. It was really cool to know that I didn't fit in a box, and I'm grateful for this experience. So if you're thinking about making a YouTube channel, please do. I'm proof it's easy. I probably won't return again unless there's a very special rise and fall video to be made. I am thankful to each and every one of you for
his next video is going to be a rise and fall of Papa Gut.
Supporting my content for so long. Special thanks to my Love Guru co-host and best friend Big Mac, who I never would have met otherwise if it wasn't for YouTube. Special thanks to my friends and mods who have been there since day one. Sonic, Isaac, Ace, Mikado, and Ego. Goodbye for the last time. InternetAjay out.
Except when he just said he might make a new video. Okay. Incredible.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Bye, Ajay. I miss you. I miss you, Ajay. You know, you were fun while it lasted. Like I said, you know, you should have made like a Turkey Tom specific video for the time instead of waiting like a year and then doing a goodbye and saying, Turkey Tom, you're racist. You know, like, you were a lot more mentally fragile than you put on. And that's okay. We all have a love and emotions in our heart. And we all, as content creators, as privileged as we are, can sometimes feel some pressure, of course. But to lie, put on this front like you're the tough guy was weird as fuck, bro. Like, cool video. Goodbye to Turkey Tom. Goodbye to InternetAjay.
Farewell, sir. Farewell in your next journey.